I've been exploring the many cycling channels on YouTube. I love binge watching their videos because they're talking about something I think about all the time. But then I noticed something weird. I don't see a lot of city bikes. Most of the cycling channels I'm watching feature road bikes, gravel bikes, mountain bikes, and just about any speedster that you can race. It begs the question, where are all the city bikes? If you're a cyclist, I'm sure you're frustrated by how the world is mostly car-centric. Bicycle pathways are usually just an afterthought. That is, if there are any. Because where I live, there are none. Well, that's how I feel about city bikes. Everyone is talking about how to make a bicycle faster, what kit to wear to reduce drag, and what new bicycle is on the market that promises to deliver in terms of performance. To me, the online cycling world is so race-centric that I don't feel that I belong at all. Let me just backtrack a little bit. For the sake of the uninitiated, maybe I should describe what a city bike does and the benefits of having one. As its name implies, the city bike is meant for urban road use. If you need to go to the supermarket to buy some tomatoes, you don't exactly need a high-performance road bike to do that. A city bike will do. In fact, if you are purchasing more than just tomatoes, the city bike does the job of carrying all your groceries thanks to their built-in racks. You can stick a crate on the rack or use a bungee cord to keep your stuff tethered securely during your short ride. As for me, I use panniers because I like traveling to faraway places and I need the extra space. But what I really love about my city bike is how comfortable it is. It's an upright bike that allows me to sit on a wider, softer saddle. I don't need to crouch down and hold on to a narrow drop bar. I can sit right up and enjoy the view. And because of my city bike's step-through frame, I can wear a skirt or even a dress. I don't have to worry about having to hitch my leg backward over the seat and risk exposing myself just to get on the bike. If you live somewhere where it rains a lot, like I do, where the rainy season lasts about 5 months, you'll need the mud guards that come with a city bike. I don't want my clothes to have a spattering of mud and God knows what else whenever it rains. And because it's meant to be a functional bike, even its chain has its own protection called a chain guard. In other words, even the bike itself is not going to get that dirty. Other types of bikes might use aluminum or carbon frames to make them lighter and therefore faster, but a city bike is built to last, so it's made of steel. In fact, many city bikes are so sturdy that their brands give a lifetime warranty for their steel parts. They are that confident that the bike is going to withstand the test of time and is probably going to outlive you. Have city bikes fallen out of fashion? Right now I'm in love with one. It has taken me places, and because of it, I went on a 5-day solo bike tour. While it's not meant for speed, I'd like to believe that people buy bikes not just because they want to travel fast, but because they enjoy the freedom of traveling to begin with. So once again, where are all the videos talking about city bikes? I saw like 2 famous channels that do talk highly of them, but that's about it. Every other cyclist YouTuber seems to own a bike with drop bars, and just about everyone wants to own a Pinarello. And while there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, there's something almost sad about not seeing a lot of cycling platforms that feature city bikes. Are people not that interested in city bikes despite the fact that they're one of the most comfortable types for commute? Are city bikes not streamlined enough to be pretty? Are they not expensive enough to be an aspirational purchase? Because I don't get it. I expected a lot more people to be making content about them, but it looks like almost everyone just wants to go aero. In this part of the video, you'll see me checking into a hotel. I needed some quiet, and that's something I couldn't get at home because we live near the road, and even at 3 a.m., it can get really noisy. Good afternoon. So how much yung rates ninyo? I'm not an influencer nor a cycling race pro, so I don't hold a lot of clout on the matter. But what I am is a person who loves to travel by bike, exploring different places and going on mini adventures with the help of my clunky but trusty steel city bike. And my guess is I'm not the only one. So if you own a city bike, please tell me more about it. Leave a comment and describe your bicycle. Where did you buy it? What made you want to get one? How often do you use it? As for me, let's just say that my mint green city bike is so well used that it's almost like I'm underbiking. So for those who don't know what that means, it's when you use a bike for something it's probably underqualified for. It means relying on skill and creativity to work with the limitations of your bicycle so that even if it doesn't quite meet the requirements of the job, it still gets the job done. For instance, my bike is supposed to be for commutes less than an hour, according to its website, but there was this one time I used it for a 6-hour ride. It's supposed to be for short commutes in the city, but I've taken it across my province to different towns, and it worked out fine. Hi, baby. Oh, sorry, baby. My humble bicycle has taken a lot of beating, but it has proven its grit. This is the kind of bicycle that I might end up passing on to the next generation. So again, why aren't there enough channels about city bikes? I don't even know if I can safely suspend my 15-kilogram bike by its seat post on a work stand, because I have yet to see any one cyclist on YouTube doing that. Yeah, I have a lot of research to do. Okay, maybe this is how things will be for a while, and there won't be enough content for us folks who just want to cruise on our dear old bicycles. We're not looking for the next innovation in Shimano gear sets. We're not keen on buying an expensive angular sports bike that costs a kidney. We want simpler, sturdier bicycles that we can use day to day. So maybe we'll never be a major target audience for cycling channels because we're not looking to buy expensive branded bikes. It's just not profitable for a lot of sponsored channels to be discussing boring, affordable city bikes when their sponsors are pushing more expensive ones to anyone remotely interested in riding a bike. And that breaks my heart a little bit. At the same time, maybe we don't need for those channels to change. Maybe we can start our own channels and band together. Again, don't get me wrong. It is wonderful that many YouTubers are talking about bikes for sport. But wouldn't it also be nice if more YouTubers talked about bikes for commute, for lifestyle, for leisure, for fun? Let's take pride in our city bikes and normalize the idea that cycling isn't always about racing. I'm Steph, and I'm always thinking about bikes. But before I say goodbye, I want to share a few interesting things that happened on this day. Check out this motorist who thought it was a good idea to overtake everyone on his lane, even if it meant occupying the middle of the road and almost getting in a head-on collision. And then there was this guy who thought it was a good idea to carry a stepladder in one shoulder, leaving him only one hand to balance his motorcycle. It was an interesting ride, that's for sure.